All right, so what do you do when you're a nomad and the National Weather Service puts out a bulletin and says there's a huge storm coming straight at you? Well, in my case, I head for a good vantage point. So I'm sitting up here on a hill in a parking lot where I'll probably end up sleeping tonight, and I'm away from any big trees, and I'm high enough that I won't have to worry about flooding. But there's a huge thunderstorm coming right at us, coming down from the northwest, coming southeast, right at Gillette. Usually they split up north and south here, but this one's coming dead on at us. And they had a big one when we were in Oregon a little while ago too that hit here, did a lot of damage. So hopefully there's no damage to this one. I got nowhere to go hide to get safe. My van won't fit in like any of my kids' garages, and of course their vehicles are already in there anyways. So I got nowhere to go hide, so I'm stuck out here. And so I'm just going to watch and hope it's not damaging. But they're talking about 60-mile-an-hour wind and quarter-size hail, and they are forecasting vehicle damage in certain areas. So hopefully that area skirts around the city, and it's not another huge mess like last time. Unfortunately, it's dark, so I don't know how much we're going to see, but I wanted to get up on a hill where we can get the best view possible of this storm. So it's imminently here. It's only a few miles out. The lightning's flashing. The wind's starting to pick up. No rain yet, but let's see what happens. Okay, so the storm is just about hitting us now, and the latest update from the National Weather Service is 60-mile-an-hour wind and 2-inch hailstones. I really hope that doesn't hit here in the city, because that's going to be a mess. Yeah, so it looks like most of it now is skirting just north and east of us. Kind of just missed most of the city, but there could potentially be some real damage for people up in the north suburbs and the east suburbs where the storm did hit directly. It was it looked like it was quite a storm by the radar and by the forecasts that were coming in, but it missed most of the city at least anyways. It's just staying just north and east. Well, no sooner it got clear of that storm than another one, smaller one, formed right behind it, heading straight at us again out of the northwest. So we'll see what happens with this one. And there's now a tornado warning for just south of Gillette. It shouldn't impact me where I'm at, but that's obviously a concern to anybody that's just southeast of here. They're talking about a tornado, and it's still talking about 2-inch hail in that storm. And that's the one that just went through here. I think tornadoes are scary to start with, but I always find them being under tornado warnings particularly terrifying at night like this, because you can't even see the sky to see if anything's forming, or you're just really totally nearly helpless other than trying to get somewhere safe. Alright, so we made it to the worst of the storm. Looks like that second one also shifted, went north and east again like the other one did, so I missed it here in the city, so I'm grateful for that. I was watching them closely, and I probably could have driven a short distance, a few miles south and west if I needed to get out of the worst of it, but they were coming on dead at us, then they shifted, which is what they usually do here. But that one a couple weeks ago did not hit, or a few weeks ago, hit dead on and did a lot of damage here. So I was keeping a close eye on it. That's really all you can do is be aware of the storms. When you're out here, you still hear the thunder rumbling because it's still going in the distance, but the worst of it's not going to be a direct hit again. Sometimes you can pull like a self-serve car wash bay, but there's usually only a few of those in the city, and you know, compared to the number of vehicles. So that's kind of hit and miss, but that's one way of getting out of a hailstorm. Other than that, all you can do is kind of be aware of if a storm's coming and maybe you can position yourself to miss the worst of it. I'll throw a link in the description if you want to see some cool storm videos. My friend Stephen Locke, his YouTube channel is at Tempest Gallery. He's a great photographer, professional photographer, but he's also a storm chaser, and he makes 8K movies out of the storms footage that he gets. So he's got some really cool stuff. So I'll throw a link in the description if you want to check that out. We weren't going to see much tonight except for lightning and stuff, but fortunately they missed the worst of it, so kind of dodged a bullet on that one here. Hopefully those in the north and east, or especially southeast of here where they had that tornado warning, a 2-inch hail warning, hopefully everybody's okay down in that area. But thanks for joining this video, everybody, and we missed the big one here, but we'll see you in the next video.